Hello YouTube, here at the range with a newer acquisition. This is a Remington 700 Classic in 300 H H Magnum. I've been a big fan of this cartridge for many years, but I could never really run across or afford the guns that it's in. Most of the Winchester Model 70s that you found this round in are very expensive. They're usually, if not always, pre-64s. Now the 300 H H Magnum was one of the first true Magnums. It and the 375 H&H. They are the only Magnums that actually truly need the belt on the cartridge. The others are there mostly just for show and for marketing. Because the Magnum cartridges with like this actually had space on the belt. The others had space on the shoulders, because the 375 and the 300 H&H Magnum have almost no shoulder because of the taper on the cartridge. But I picked this up because I've always wanted one, and I'm going to start it off at the 50-yard line, which I know some people are saying, well, why don't you sight in for 100? Well, always sight your guns in at like the 50-yard line or so, in case you don't know where the scope is. This is an older Redfield Teleview scope. I'm just trying it out. I don't think I'm going to keep it. But always sight it in a little closer, then push it back to 100, and then finish your sighting in. This way, if you're, it's easier to get it on paper in case it's all over the place at 50 or 25 yards than at 100. You do expend a couple more rounds of ammo, but it's still not bad. And with that being said, YouTube, let's see what I can get out of it. I got an old box of Remington 180 grain ammo, and let's see how it shoots with that. Well, there you have it, YouTube. It took me a while to finally get it on at 100. It was starting to drift a little bit, and I realized that, I don't know if it was me pulling it or whatever, but I finally got it on at 100. Now, the smaller group underneath, you'll see is from the 50. You'll see the picture I've got of there. One of those shots in the center was also at the 50, but that other group right there in the middle that I've got circled, that's 100 yards. With a gun from 1983, with a scope just as old, and there's the ammo. That ammo was before World War II, or close to it. And I did shoot the entire box. There is 20 rounds right there. And actually, the more I shot it, the more I actually got used to the recoil, because it is a little step. It's not overly punishing like some of the really big Magnums, like the 375, the 338, some of the big rounds. But it's kind of like a really stiff 30-06. But the gun really takes a weight. The recoil pad does nice on it. But I've got some Winchester fail-safes. I'm going to try hand loading these. I've got all the dies and everything at home, including a collet die to truly resize a belted Magnum. I'm going to experiment with that because I know a lot of guys say you can resize on the shoulders. I'll show you a picture of a 300 H&H cartridge, and you really can't resize on the shoulders because there really isn't enough of a shoulder to resize on. And again, the 300 and the 375 H&H Magnum are true belted magnums in the form you've got to resize on the belt and the area just above the belt. You really can't resize. You can resize the 300 on the shoulder, but it doesn't do well for them. You're better off bowling, resizing them, and doing a collet die. Other than that, this is a great gun. Nice open field gun. Nice 300-400 yard range gun. And with that being said, YouTube, have a good day.